Hello everybody, Saint Kaede back here again. Yes, here in the great original Final Fantasy. As I said in the last video for my Minecraft, I would be continuing this game as my next Let's Play, so here it is. Oh yes, it's going to be so fun going through this game, and anybody that knows this game as well as I do, which even I don't really know it that well considering, but anybody that's played this game many years ago, back in 90, 91, when it actually came out, well, you'll see what I mean. I don't even need to describe it. I'm sure some of you do know, but some of you that don't know, yeah, you're going to find out. Trust me. So, this respond right here at the bottom, just in case you don't know what that is, you can press the left or right to change the numbers. It affects the text within battle, is what it affects. So, the higher the number, the faster it goes. I like it at 6. Trust me, it's good at 6, because of the fact that if you put it at 1, the text goes by so slow. Like, you don't even ever see this ever again. It's so annoying how slow it goes on 1, so I'm going to keep it at 6. That's where I like it. So, let's start this new swan song of a game, shall we? Alright, so straight off the bat, we gotta choose our party. That's this game's idea for your party. So you see you have 6 classes to choose from. The fighter, who is a really good physical fighter. Costs a lot of money by the end of the game, though, I will admit. It does cost you a lot of money sometimes, but it really is a good asset to a party, no matter how you look at it. And since he can take a lot of good armor and take a lot of good hits, he's good to be in the front. So, the numbers for where you place your characters, the first character here, where my cursor is, second character on the right there, bottom left and bottom right, those two people will be on the lower section. So apparently, as far as I've come to understand over the years of playing this game, that the person that's in the top row gets 50% of the hits, which means they'll get some certain amount of hits that they were supposed to attain. I don't know how that works too well. The person that's second in the line will get 25% of all attacks, and then the 3 and 4, the last two people, will get 12.5% of all attacks. How that works, honestly, I'm not too sure, but realistically, the last 2 slots want to be for people that you can have, that you don't want to have too much damage done to them. So that's a good way to do it. So a fighter is always good in that first spot because he can really take a lot of damage. Next up is the thief. People have a thing with the thief in this game, as far as I know, because he's just an odd character. Like, he's not as strong as a fighter. He doesn't use any magic, per se. And he's just not that great, apparently, to some people, you know, and to some degree he isn't. In fact, if you really want to play a good version of this game, play with all thieves. Yeah, try that one for size. Realistically, the thief isn't really that bad, but you know, being able to afford him and the fact that he's not exactly so strong, he's a little weaker compared to the fighter, so it's not really that great of a character to have right out front, you know. But he is a decent character, and his class change, which all people will change in classes, which I will get to when I get to that particular point, blah, is a little bit better, I think, but at the same time, who knows what the real difference is. So, anyway. Next character up is the Black Belts. Very good without using any weapons in hand. Honestly, he's got very good attack. His defense is none too great, though, as far as I recall. Yeah, I had to check that for a second. Although, you can have him as a good physical fighter. He can really do some good, and he doesn't exactly have a terrible amount of HP, so he's not really that bad. He's actually a pretty good choice. As an alternative to the thief, even so, he could be a better choice, because at least it doesn't cost you a lot of money. He can wear some good armor, not that great of good armor, but he's still going to be a very good asset to any party that you put him in. The Red Mage is, in this particular version of the game, is like the god of this game. I see so many people that have parties of Red Mages. Like, one of the best parties you could use is 4 Red Mages. Whatever, I mean, it's costly considering how much spells cost. You'll see that when we get to it too. But he really is a good person to have in your party in this particular version. In other versions, he's dumbed down, so if you play any others, careful with Red Mage, even though he can still do what he does, but specifically in this game, he's very good. I have nothing against the Red Mage. In fact, I think when I played this a few times later when I actually used Red Mages, I actually did a heck of a lot better in this game. But for this particular run, I am not going to use Red Mage. Red Mage is the one class that I'm not going to use, and the Black Belt is the other class that I'm not going to use. For this particular run, because I don't feel like it. So next up we have the White Mage. Your all-around good healer. That's really all the White Mage is good for, because its attack power is atrocious. At least it's got some good HP. It's got some very good HP, but it's one thing, and of course, you can never be without a healer. That's one of my things, that's one of my philosophies, and still to this day, White Mage is probably my favorite class of all. It may not be good for attacking, but at least you can heal yourself and you can support other people with it. But you really can't go wrong with a White Mage. It's always good to have at least one in your party of a White Mage, because you will be without healing without him, and it's not fun. It is really not fun. And last one is probably the Final Fantasy favorite of the entire series, Black Mage. In this game, Black Mages have some good spells that they can learn, but how do you make them so weak? They have such terrible HP. I mean, it's such great attacks, such great magic, but their HP is so bad in this game. But who said you can be without one? They do some great stuff, and later in the game they actually become useful, even though they're still probably the weakest class HP-wise. So, anyway, onto the party that I'm going to use for this game. So first slot will be a fighter. So let me select the fighter here. Press the B there. So you get to name your character, 4 slots. So I am going to name this guy. I will put 1 space ahead and put Saint K up on here for a change, because I will be putting my name on there. Awesome. And then if you press space again, you can get out of that, or any place, doesn't matter. As prior to what I just said about thieves, I'm going to use him because at the very least, since I have a fighter to back him up, a thief is not as bad. Now, I've had taken some thought into what I'm going to name this particular person. I do not know, but one name that I was thinking about giving him is a name that I used to give all my people that I liked that were fighters or thieves or other things, and there was Otto. Don't ask me. I have this sheet that a friend of mine wrote down. It's like, here's what you used, whatever, so I decided to keep it. So he will be called Otto. Next on the list, of course, will be the ever-popular White Mage. Oh, yes, indeed. And I really don't know what I was going to name these people. I didn't have any name that I was going to give when I did this, so... I think I have a good idea. Let's see if anybody gets this reference. Yep. Lovely. And for a Black Mage, well, I know who I'm going to put on this. I'm going to put in my good man's name. I can only put in these letters. I can't put in the middle letter. Let's hope he does some good. Yeah, it's James. Just use your imagination. Alright, so before I press this button, because as soon as I press this button, I'm very sure it's going to go right into this here. I will admit the party that I've just made is... honestly, it's not a bad party. But it can be a little costly sometimes. Because you have 2 mages, they can get high tier spells. And then 2 guys that can get good armor, so it's a lot of money by the end of the game, but at the same time, you really can't go wrong with it, and it's a party that I used the first time I ever played, so I can't go wrong with it. So let's get the show on the road, shall we, folks? Alright, wow, look at this place. Man, this 8-bittery. Can't go wrong with this. So let's see, let's go into town first, shall we? The people that say random things. This is Corneria, the Dream City. Alright. Oh, I just gave that woman a man's voice. Sorry. Ooh, hello. I'm Erlen the dancer. Oh, okay. Can't forget about dancers, can we? Warriors! Revive the power of the orbs! Okay. I love how the complete subtext of this is like, oh, we're not going to tell you anything. We're just going to let you go straight off into the game. Alright, so let's see. What can we get our hands on here? Let's see. Well, I like to buy 1 rapier for my... thank you. My guy there. I think I'll buy one for him too. So depending on what weapon you buy here, which of course you can see they've gold down at the bottom there, and other such things. Let's see. Wooden staff is good for your white mage and any other mage, quite honestly. Let's see. Iron hammers. Hammers are good for your white mage, so I'll buy one of those. And... alright. Let's see. That's good enough for now. Alright, so I just wanted to do that first so I can get that part of the way, because that's the annoying part. So anyway, so let's see. If you press the start button, you can come into this particular screen that I have here, and you can see all the stats for everybody that they have at the moment. 35 HP for my fighter, 30 for my thief. The magic down here below for both my mages, and then 28 HP and 25 HP for my white mage and black mage, respectively. Everybody's level 1. You can see the orbs up here, which we'll get to at some point. How much gold they have? 365 gold right now from what I bought. Seriously, where the hell do they keep all this gold anyway? Does anybody ever think of this shit? Where do they keep these things? Where does all this massive amounts of gold coming from? It's gold in this game. It wasn't gil. I'm going to call it gil in this game because that's what I'm used to all these years. So you have particular places to check here, so you know, press the A button, items, magic. If anybody has any magic, you can use it here, which in this game takes spell charges, so 2 of 2 that you can use of this level of magic, of that level of magic, and so forth, to 2, 3, and so on. And you can only have 3 spells per slot, so keep that in mind. So with weapons, you can do weapons and armor basically have the same type of thing, so let me go here. You can either drop a particular weapon, trade with somebody that's in this, and of course, you have to equip. Everybody has to be equipped. There has to be this little E next to the person to make sure that you actually have the weapon. People fall into this trap a lot, especially if they're first-time players of this game. They fall into that trap a lot. And you can do the same thing for armor, which is what I'm going to go do now. Get some armor here, see what we got up in the hood here. Let's see. Gonna need a cloth for Rosa, and a cloth for James. I guess I'll splurge for a chain plate for my main guy. And a wooden one for him. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's see. So it's much the same. There you go. Now be careful with what you buy. Make sure that... you might have to read an FAQ for this or something, but sometimes some people may not be able to use certain weapons or maybe able to use certain pieces of armor, so be very careful of that. So those are the two. You see the armor shop and the weapon shop. Then up here we have, obviously, if you guess, white magic and black magic. So let's see if I can get anything right now. 215. So who will use this spells? Okay. Let's pull out Cure for right now. Cure and Harm, and to some degree Ruse isn't too bad of a spell to have either, but for the most part you're just going to want Cure and Harm, so I'll buy Cure for right now. And just come over here to the black. And for James, Fire and Lightning are really all you need. Sleep and Lock aren't that great, so let me pick up Fire for now. And that's all I have for money. Oh well. Alright, and then over here we have is a clinic. You can heal your party members there, and of course this is an item shop. We'll get to those eventually. Right now, let's go here, and let's go to the castle, shall we? See what we got going on here. So what do we got here? The king is looking for the light warriors. You do not happen to be them, do you? Well, gee, I don't think the title stream was very effective, now was it? Apparently we must be, because what else would we be? Oh, you're gonna say the same thing. Fuck off. So let's see what we got here. We got, what's here? How's yours going? Oh, the dialogue. It's so thrilling, isn't it? Oh, here he is. Okay. Light warriors! Just as in Lukai's prophecy, Garland has kidnapped the princess. Please help her. Oh, great. So the first thing we have to do is find a princess. Oh, that's just not stereotypical at all, is it? So creative. I love it. So what else do we have up here? This is pretty cool, actually. This game was... reports say that Garland holds the princess in a temple to the northwest. Okay, that's where we must go to find him. This guy named Garland. Alright. Nobody over there. This game is awesome. I really don't know what to say over the years. I've had a love and hate relationship with this game in particular. It just seems so awesome when I was younger, but, you know, over the years, seeing how difficult it is, it's become a problem. Garland used to be a good knight until what? Until what? Tell me! Tell me! I'm gonna haunt you. Okay, never mind. Please, save the princess! Yeah, okay, whatever. So let's see what else we got here. In sadness, the queen locked herself inside. Oh, okay. Did a good job of locking herself inside, didn't she? I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please save my daughter, Princess Sarah. Oh, so her name is Sarah. Okay. That's a lovely name, actually. I'll admit, that's a very lovely name. Let's see what else we got here. What do we got over here? Oh, my sister. Must be the princess. Alright. Or one other princess, I guess. Let's see. So if you're wondering how you can get up to where that old man is, if you look over here, you can come over here and do this. Okay, so what do you gotta say? 400 years ago, the treasury was locked by the mystic key. Our ancestor gave the key to the Prince of Elfland for safekeeping. Ah, okay. So that must mean one of these is locked? Oh, yeah, I guess they are. This door is locked by the mystic key. Okay. And you say the same thing. Fuck off. So we need to get the mystic key for those. Alright. And, that's all we can do here at Corneria. So, alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so, yeah, I need some more money to buy some more stuff, like better spells that I can use. So, obviously the first thing we want to do is want to get out here and get into a battle! Oh, yes! Alright, standard battles, imps. Alright, so what we got here, we got the ability to fight, use any magic if you have any, drink any potions, or, if you feel so inclined, to run away from battle. Which, if you have a thief in your party, good, because he can because at least they can run away. Otherwise, yeah, you're shit out of luck. Wow, 18. Man, Rosa doing real good right now. Of course, the one thing I will point out is that you want to be very careful of ineffective hits. This game actually has ineffective hits in it. Which, actually, he will demonstrate right now. That's what happens. You can lose spell charges that way. And, of course, you can lose other good attacks. So, careful of that. And, of course, there we go. So, for winning, you get the experience, gold, same as any other RPG. So, you're going to want to get up a few levels, and plus, you're going to might want to get some gold for other spells. Like, you get at least another 100 gold for at least another set of spells. Remember, depending on what the spells are, some are pretty useless, in my opinion, but you have 3 slots. That's it. For each level, if you have a particular level for the magic that there is, you can only have 3 spells, so choose wisely. And be very careful of charges, too, because I've actually run out of charges before. Oh, a chance to strike first. Alright. So as I said before, you can drink potions, or you can use items, depending on what you have, and then, of course, if you're so inclined, run away. I don't have any potions or anything right now, but I will point those out another day. Alright, I'll do this battle here. And I think for now I will call it an episode after this battle, because, well, I've got more to go. More stories to tell. And boy, do I have some stories to tell about this game. Oh, come on, you damn ineffective hits, fuck you! Okay, good. Alright, yes, and we are victorious. I'll work on this volume, by the way. The volume's a little too loud, I'll work on it. I don't know what to do about that, it's kind of weird. Anyway, So, the monsters have perished. Alright, so we got 7 and 30 for that again. Alright, so, yeah, I guess that's all for now. So next time I gotta go over some of the stats that we have in this screen here, where there's this status, which I will go over next time. Which is why I didn't go over it this time. But I think you have a basic idea of what you need to do to start off the game, so that's a good start. Alright, so, this is Say Coyote, signing off for now. Rock on, everybody.